What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. This is the round 7 feature. Both of these players are 5-1 going into this match, so they've got a pretty good chance at making day 2. Day 1 is going to be 9 rounds of Swiss, so essentially they need to win out. I think they could probably lose and still make it, but you'd want to go X-1 and guarantee yourself the day 2. You wouldn't want to potentially have to worry about playing on the bubble or anything like that. Well, I guess once you lose one match, you're always technically on the bubble. But it's Satellarknights versus Burning Abyss. In this matchup, I think Satellarknights need traps to basically live. I also think that it depends on, I guess, what time. Like, Burning Abyss really hasn't changed that much, but Sirtellers have. Like, if Sirtellers are heavily trying to play against, like, they're trying to side their deck towards the Necros match, then it's going to be, like, wildly in the Burning Abyss match, or the Burning Abyss player's favor. If Satellarknights are playing, you know, battle traps like Dimensional Prison and stuff like that, then I think they have a big advantage. Alright, so I believe he opened up with Deneb. I saw a Cobb the Haunted. I may have seen an Oasis. That definitely is good. Alright, so he gets his Altier. The way that you counteract that is clearly with like a Torgat or something like that. A really good power play. I think he's got a Fire Lake. If he resolves that Fire Lake, this duel could probably be over right there, right then and there. And if he just specials 2 dudes, looks like he's going to just normal summon. See, I think like a new age build of Satellarknights is not particularly great against Burning Abyss because there's no chance of Maxi in the main deck. You're not running Dimensional Prison. You see, he has Phoenix with Windblast, Vanities, a whole bunch of what's it called, BAs. He's got that Fire Lake. It's going for Dante. Almost makes you wish I would have picked Burning Abyss to do something really good at this event. Watch Burning Abyss end up messing around and winning this event too. That would just be the ultimate irony. I didn't even mention Burning Abyss. Alright, so now he targeted a face down card. Did he use like Mystical Space Typhoon or something like that I did not see? Let me just turn the volume up right quick.
In reality, there was nothing to think about. It was just call bomb to this. No cards in the graveyard. So fairly good hit.
Okay, he must have used like Mystical Space Typhoon or something. Cause, oh, excuse me, he went into Ghost Trick Alucard. For some reason I was thinking that that's Dante. He went into Ghost Trick Alucard. Okay, so he now used Libic to summon Sir. Not a bad play. Sir's gonna get it in. Obviously, Ghost Trick Alucard is gonna run over Deneb. A lot of this duel will depend on, I guess, well, he has Phoenix with Windblast and Vanities. To be honest, he could just be trying to set up for the Vanities play. Looks like he must be thinking about doing that end phase called the Haunted. Looks like he's gonna not go for that play. He drew himself another copy of Deneb, which you definitely don't want. Once you've already gotten one Altier and you have Deneb in the graveyard, you don't want to draw any more Satellarknights. The only Satellarknight you might want to draw is Vega. Okay, so he summons Altier. He's gonna go for Deneb. Deneb is probably gonna get another copy of, okay, looks like he has a Chaos Chapel in his hand as well. Interesting to see someone main decking Chaos Chapel. Let me just, okay, so anyways, it's got Chaos Chapel in his hand. That must have been his draw. His hand has too many Satellarknights, in my opinion, in his hand. He has too many Satellarknights. To not have Vega, to not have a way of like unloading those and getting to like Trevor, it's too many Satellarknights. But the Chaos Chapel should be good. It hits everything in Burning Abyss. Anything they want to special or normal for the most part. He has to remove the Alucard. Otherwise his back row is definitely at risk here. It looks like he's attempting to attack this Sir with Altair. And that's going to get Graph. Graph's going to blow itself up because he has a non-BA monster. He'll probably get Skarm, which he apparently has another copy in his hand. Let me turn the volume up right quick. Because I'm wondering about that Chaos Chapel. Well, I mean, it's not that. I mean, he could be just main decking a couple copies of Chaos Chapel. That's not that absurd. It's just main decking Chaos Chapel. It's like, all right, that's interesting. So if it was me, I mean, I think you pretty much have to exceed here. You know, I think actually a Luminescent Knight would be a good play here. Because it can protect your dudes. It can protect you from Alucard. And it could also protect you from, like, if your opponent had a Regeki Break or a Phoenix from Wind Blast. Like, honestly, if you're running, what's it called? If you're running if you're running a Luminescent Knight, I think that would be a pretty good hit. Because if you have a Luminescent Knight, your opponent they can't pop your back row. You can just make them blow up their own back. I have to read Ghost Trick Alucard, honestly. I don't own a real copy. I don't want to look it up. Alright, so he looks like he's going to detach Abyss Dweller. Now he's going to activate Oasis of the Dragon Souls. Vanities, probably. There's that Vanities. And that is really bad, as Tellarknights are just like little small monsters. And he loses a face down too. And he's going to lose Abyss Dweller. Wow. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't like that Abyss Dweller play, to be honest. Vanities or no vanities, to me, it just didn't do that. It didn't do that much. I think he may have lost his Chaos Chapel. Like, I don't know if he's playing a Luminescent Knight, but that's what I would have went into. It's going to summon Deneb. If he's running Regal, then he can get over it. Guess he's not playing Regal. He's probably just playing the standard 3 Denebs, 3 Unus, 3 Altiers, 2 Vegas. I mean, I like Regal, man. I like that one random ass copy of Regal. Because it out situations like this. And right now he's just getting beat down by Deneb. His opponent is setting monsters. Keep in mind he's had Phoenix and Wind Blast this entire time and Fire Lake, so I don't even think I would try and kill the Alucard. I think I'd go after the face down. I don't know if he's going to use Unu's effect. I don't think that there is a need to. Looks like he picked himself up a copy of Mind Crush. Yeah, you already have 2 Denebs in the graveyard. Like, okay, I guess he's going to send a Vega. That's fine. In case he wants to call it a Haunted for that or something like that. I would attack the face down. I would not attack the Alucard. At this point, I feel like it's not really bothering me. I want to see if I can attack into a Sir or a Graph maybe that you set. If you set a Skarm, it's gonna blow itself up. I'll take the battle damage. That's just what I would do. I would not attack Alucard. By any means, I would not attack it. I would try and make the Vanities work against the Burning Abyss player. I still think that Tyler Morris is at advantage here. I think the amount of advantage he made off that Alucard was insane. I didn't like the Abyss Dweller play. Again, I don't know if he runs a Luminescent Knight, but that would have been the card that I would have went for. So I guess he just decided to not attack at all. I don't think I like that either. I would have attacked the face down. Even if it's a Skarm, it dies, Vanities dies. I can play Yu-Gi-Oh again. Cause, I mean, why would you, I don't want to turn off Vanities during, I don't want my opponent turning Vanities off. Like, I want to basically dictate pace. Now he's able to flip over Skarm. He's able to get himself a copy of Graph. Fire Lake is going to clear out all his cards. This is going to be GG probably. Yeah, he loses everything. I believe, was that a copy of Solemn Warning too? That couldn't have been a Solemn Warning. That could not have been a Solemn Warning. Otherwise, you would have immediately burnt Solemn Warning on the Skarm, I would imagine. Unless he didn't think that his opponent was going to have he didn't think that he was going to have the what's it called? The Fire Lake.
That was incredible.
It looks like an ultimate version of Solemn Warning.
like zero attack directly, and now he gets to use his cards effectively at phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's Silent Morning.
He picks up Graph.
And right now, Michael Watson, who has made some questionable plays in this match, is getting the brakes beat off of him, and I don't think he's coming back in this. I mean, he has an Altier in his hand, but like, I don't know what he's gonna, even if he gets the Altier off, he has, he's had Karma Cut for like 5 turns. He can just play it at his leisure. Cause he has a Graft in hand, I believe, that he searched from the Scarm. I mean, he could just, like right now, he could just, he could wait for him to commit to an XC, then Karma Cut it. He's already burnt through, the Abyss Dweller, so. Let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah, that Fire Lake was just incredible. I mean, Fire Lake's still the best card, and it looks like he's gonna Mind Crush. Yeah, the Mind Crush is amazing against Satellarknights as well, because it makes it's pretty easy to read their plays. If somebody, like right now, you see that he summoned Altier and he went for Vega instead of Deneb. That tells you that he has Deneb in his hand, probably. Alright, so it looks like he's going to Karma Cut the Deneb, which means the Deneb in his graveyard is actually going to get banished. I believe he kept Mind Crush set. He'll resolve the Graph, getting himself a Farfa in defense mode. It's almost like he has another Fire Lake set, right? Yeah, it's almost like he has another Fire Lake set. Now, personally, alright, he's getting himself a copy of Altier because he was able to resolve the Deneb. I think if I was Michael right here, alright, I don't really care about Farfa. That card is not bothering me at all. I think what I would do here is I would make Castel, I would spin the Sir, and then I would just forcibly run into the Farfa. Or, well, you can't attack because you used what's it called to fact. Yeah, I think I would just Castel the, I think the best play is just to Castel the Sir. It's a shame you can't attack, because if you could, then you'd be able to go for, you'd be able to get rid of both cards. For some reason he goes into Tsukiyumi, which I don't understand at all. I don't understand this play. I don't like this play. You're setting a card. Here's the question. How does this stop the Dante that's clearly coming during Tyler Morris's next turn? And right now I think that Tyler is just doing circles around Michael. Like, that's probably about the 3rd questionable play that I've seen this guy make. And now he's just able to get Dante. He's able to get the Sir effect off the Dante. He can use Alec if he wants. His mills weren't that great, but it doesn't really matter. It looks like he's playing Anti-Spell Fragrance in the main deck as a way to stop Cleaford and Necros. Even though Burning Abyss's matchup versus Cleaford has never been bad. Alright, so RIP to Tsukiyumi. That's why I didn't like Tsukiyumi to begin with as a summon here. Now he's going to go into Downward Magician. During the end phase, he's going to get a Scarm Search. Okay. Looks like he got a Sir. He may have another discard trap face down. But this duel, Michael Watson is going to look back at this duel and think, I had all the tools that I needed to win. I just didn't use them appropriately. He should have never let himself get Fire Laked. The Abyss Dweller play didn't make a lot of sense. I didn't understand why he made Tsukiyumi. But, I mean, I guess I'm just doing too much second guessing. For me, playing Satellarknights for so long, I mean, you gotta find some room to get a Luminescent Knight in your deck, man. There's no reason you should get there's no reason somebody should Ghost Trick Alucard twice while playing Satellarknights. So he has Unu and Rhoda. Those two things aren't that great together, honestly, unless you have like Vega. He's going to Rhoda for Deneb. I don't even know how much stuff he honestly has left in his deck. And he's going to set the Deneb, which, if you're setting Deneb, you might as well just scoop, because you pretty much have given up on winning. If you're not even going to use Deneb's effect. Deneb gets ran over, and pretty sure you actually end up taking more damage with it set than with it in attack mode. I'm pretty sure. I'm about to open my deck box up and see what Deneb's defense is. He must have forgot that Abyss Dweller has piercing, or excuse me, that Downer Magician has piercing damage. Yeah, it's 1,000 defense. So you actually end up taking more damage with it in defense mode than you do with it in attack mode. I'm guessing he just didn't realize that, but I mean, Satellarknights is a helmet deck, so a lot of times you don't really have to think that much to play the deck. Believe me, I know, but I just don't think that he's playing very well here. Like, I think he's making obvious misplays, and now you see Tyler Morris put a second Downer Magician on. Now it's almost just like beating a dead horse as he summons Unu. Unu just, I don't see how Unu is going to stop the monsters he has on board. Tyler picked up a Max C, just furthering like the chances of him winning, which are pretty much like 99%. Because even at this point, if Michael flipped over like double call to Haunted and was trying to like run it back with Trevor and get like a ton of advantage from that play, Max C would just give Tyler Morris like 50 cards before the Trevor hit the board. Not to mention all the stuff that's under the Downer Magicians that would trigger, and Michael ends up scooping it up, and that was just a match where he just got steamrolled. And he honestly just, I don't know, he almost looked like it was the first couple of times he had ever played Satellarknights. Let's see if we can, well, I guess they're gonna side up and go to game 2. I'm thinking Max C should probably go in for the Satellarknight player. Satellarknights. The Max C you definitely want to keep in. And I actually like his Burning Abyss build. Anti-Spell Fragrance, Max C's. It's like a whole lot of meta hate there. Just hope that you don't play like Yosenju or something like that. You could potentially get wrecked by that deck. Because the Max C is useless. Anti-Spell Fragrance past like turn 1. It's not that good against that deck. I mean, I guess it slows them down with the Tenkies, but in general, don't really love it. So, based on the play that I saw, I'm going to give the advantage to the Burning Abyss player because he looked like he was in control. It looks like he might be, I could have swore I saw a mistake there. He's playing probably 3 Mind Crushes as well. Fiend Griefing. A BLS probably being the only other, or now he might have some Veilers as light monsters. I was going to say the only light monster. And is that a judge being called over? Let's see what's going to happen here.
It is not appearing in this deck, though. Perhaps overall, probably going to say largely the same.
Okay, it must have been a judge just like sitting down again. 2 judges at the table, just making sure that probably there's no funny business when it comes to shuffling and side decking and whatnot. No funny business, no cheating, no stacking or anything like that. I still think it's really difficult to stack a deck when shuffling because your opponent will always get the final cut. That's a rule that they made a long time ago. Okay, now there's another judge being called over. What's...
As opposed to when you're going second, stop those searches before they get a chance.
Okay, I don't know if they're just talking about how much time is in a round or something like that, but a lot of judges probably just communicating how much time is in a round because it doesn't show on the stream, or maybe the judges may not know. So, yeah, it's probably just some type of communication letting them know. Yeah, whether first or second, I'm going to go with the Burning Abyss player here. He just looked like he was in control of that entire match. Even when, I mean, I don't know, man, when you open up with Deneb and call it a Haunted, you usually feel good about your position with Satellarknights. You have to know in that matchup that Fire Lake is a card you absolutely at all costs cannot let resolve. It's a card that you can't have happen. Oh, they got a professional cameraman. Guess that's for the stream. Really good. That's really cool. Really good production quality here by Konami. I think Nationals have just been getting better and better. I think we're going to see a deck check here, possibly. Maybe not. Yeah, I think we're seeing a deck check. Hold on. Which is never good for a feature match, honestly.
We have, during the match, they flagged this as an issue and are going to resolve it as quickly as possible, which will also, unfortunately, result in the end of the match once they come back with it.
Oh, okay. So, let's go back. Somebody must have had an illegal deck. They said it's going to be the end of the match, which means it must be him. And based on what we saw in the first match, I didn't see anything like completely out of the ordinary, but I'm thinking it may have been that Chaos Trap hole. Let's see if we can fast forward and see what happens.
Throughout the entire tournament, it might be in your best interest not to play that deck. The other thing is, once you get to the point where, you know, a deck's been around for a few months and you basically know what a powerful deck that a lot of people play.
Trying to fast forward to see what the final ruling was.
Is not appropriate. There is still a penalty, and you could still receive a game loss for it.
The basic assumption is
both of whom are using Satellarknights decks.
both of which are
Okay, it must have just been a warning, I guess.
Tech cards. And
well, Vega's here. Vega is the reason that you usually only see one is because Vega can't summon another copy of itself.
there's no game loss here, no foul play, and he's ready to strike back and try to push this to a third duel.
It looks like he started off with a very powerful card against burning this. He's got Soul Drain.
Alright, cool. So they didn't game loss him or anything. There wasn't any foul play. Sweet, sweet. And I'm going to assume that Michael Watson has Soul Drain because they just said that. Soul Drain's always a good card against Burning Abyss. It's good against, it's not bad against Shadows either. Those dudes like to trigger when they hit the graveyard.
Tyler Morris checking out his hand a bit. Doc?
The question is, who's going first? Alright, turn one, Unu. That's going to get Deneb to the graveyard. Is that a Max C? Okay, for some reason I thought I saw Max C as Tyler's, as the top card. I think I actually saw Fire Lake too. My God. If he resolves Fire Lake again, man. Yeah, that definitely is a Max C I'm seeing. Yeah, right there, that's a Max C on top of his hand. But if he only special summons Deneb, he should be okay. Looks like he's going to set 2 cards face down. Phoenix from Windblast, I believe, is what he drew. Yeah, man, if he resolves that Fire Lake, it can be over. A normal summon of Graph. Attempted special summon of Sir. This is where you want the Max C. And he has Fire Lake, Phoenix from Windblast, Max C. The hand is just nuts. Honestly, I think he's probably just gonna win off resolving the Fire Lake. Like, unless that card is Alpha Nova, he'll probably win it. Or, alright, so he's gonna activate Oasis of the Dragon Souls. Oh no, he's gonna get Max C so hard here. Yep, there's that Max C. Looks like he's going to go for, yeah, okay. He went for, Vega, which was the card that he dumped. Trying to set up a Trevor play. And this is just not going to work out for Michael Watson. Not only is he going to give Tyler Morris 2 cards, but he's going to get Fire Laked as well. If that face down is Soul Drain, as they were talking about, then yeah, I don't know why he's playing Forbidden Lance in the deck, to be completely honest. I don't think that that's a good card in Satellarknights ever. Right now, I'd just immediately Fire Lake him. I'd go after, I think I'd go after the back row, Vega, and Unu. I'd just leave him with Deneb. Yeah, I'd immediately Fire Lake him. So, he's gonna go for Trevor. Alright, going for Trevor. So Michael drew a copy of Chaos Trap Hole. Breakthrough Skill is used. Oh, Forbidden Lance is used. Okay, Forbidden Lance actually worked in that case. Breakthrough skill is still on the field because he's thinking about chaining. All right. No, he did not pull it. He didn't, what's it called? He did not go ahead and pull the trigger on that Fire Lake. Which means that, Michael is free to actually use Trevor's effect, that discard effect. I'd use it. I don't give a fuck. If both of your monsters float, I don't give a fuck. I want to see if I can hit something else. Plus, I need to make up advantage because I gave you advantage with the Max C. I believe he did end up hitting a spell card. Once they show his graveyard, we'll know. Is that Foolish Burial? I think that could be Foolish Burial. Sometimes the cameras, yeah, that was Foolish Burial that he hits. He'll do battle damage as well. And, oh wow, you know what? I think Michael's gonna win because of that Chaos Trap Hole. I'd be tempted to go to Diamond here. I really would. I would really be tempted to go to Diamond. Alright, so he has not normal summoned yet. He's not under Max C, so he can pretty much special as much as he wants. Gets himself another copy of what's it called? Another copy of Altair off the Neb. Ah man, I really think that he should have pulled the trigger on that Fire Lake. Cause I think the next time he tries the special, I think Chaos Trap Hole, or actually it might even be on when he normals. Tyler has Dark Hole, but Dark Hole is not good against Satellarknights, like, at all. Mainly because if he leaves Trevor on board, then Trevor floats, so it's like, it doesn't even matter. The question is, will he go for Diamond, and will he exceed using the Altair and the Neb? And I assume he hasn't attacked yet. He probably wanted to attack with Trevor and with Altair to do the maximum amount of damage. He's probably just looking at his extra deck, seeing what I could do. Ragnar Zero isn't terrible here. Can't really make Daigusto Emerald play. Abyss Dweller is pretty good. Is he gonna go for Diamond? He is gonna go for Diamond. Now, unfortunately, he's gonna get blasted by Dark Hole, like, terribly. But he still should be able to recover. He'll be able to recover simply because, well, here's the thing. His opponent does have breakthrough skill, so actually I don't think I like this Abyss Dweller play. Yeah, and he immediately responds with a breakthrough skill. I guess you needed to get the breakthrough skill out of him. So it looks like he's gonna breakthrough skill Abyss Dweller, which means Diamond's irrelevant. Even if he has Alpha Nova, it's not great. And that advantage, though, that shit just went right down the toilet. Alright, so he has Karma Cut. He's gonna attempt to special summon Graph. I think I might let that, okay. I don't know if that was a normal summon or what. He's trying to special summon another BA. I believe it's Sir. Looks like he's gonna let that go too. Alright, so he's letting that one go. And Tyler's not taking the bait. He did not go for Dante. And it looks like we may have a stoppage in play.
Quick check on Trevor. Trevor does not activate it.
Oh my god, you fucking retarded judges. No shit, Trevor doesn't activate. Oh my god. Did they seriously just stop the game for that? Trevor doesn't activate because it was a freaking material. It has to be on the field. I mean, it's one thing for me not to know the effects of, like, random obscure shit, but Satellarknights has been a meta deck for what, a year now? Come on. I think Duelist Genesis came out last August. We're basically in July. It's like a full year. Come on. Satellarknights have consistently seen play. Well, actually, no. Trevor came out in New Challengers. That's not the point. The point is, everybody should know Trevor's effect by now. That set has been out for at least 6 months. And it's one of the linchpin, staple cards of Satellarknights, so. I guess for some reason they felt it necessary to read Trevor and, like, try and look up rulings or something. I think Tyler's playing this really smart. And honestly, I don't think that he's gonna wait again. I think he's probably gonna flip over that Fire Lake immediately during the draw phase. Let me turn up the volume so I can actually see what's happening.
see what the problem here was. So, Stellar Knight Driver says during the turn you would see some of this card.
Oh my goodness, it just dawned on me. He could not make Abyss Dweller. Oh Lord, the cheats are real. He illegally made Abyss Dweller. Oh, I didn't even catch it. Game state ruined. RIP Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. Oh man, if you guys watch my stream, then you know what's up. But yeah, I guess it's an accepted game state now. Yeah, he illegally made Abyss Dweller. He couldn't make that.
Okay. So I guess there was no way to repair that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's an irreparable game state.
There's no way to repair it. Okay,
So he's gonna flip over Soul Drain. I believe during the end phase he went for Dragon of the Oasis. Okay. What is that he actually summoned? Is that the Planeteer Tower Knight? No, that looks like Diamond actually. Alright. So he's gonna normal summon Altier. I really hope that's an Alpha Nova set, because if it's not, then this is gonna be really bad. Almost looks like Phoenix and Windblast is gonna be used. He's discarding some trap. Altier back on top of his deck. Oh, dude, if that is Alpha Nova, you so don't want to use that. He is trying to bait you. Oh, he's using it for Soul Train? I thought he was targeting Alpha, or I thought he was targeting, I totally thought that he was targeting the Altier for some reason. Now it looks like he's going to chain, Fire Lake of the Burning Abyss.
let's have to get rid of the Soul Drain with one of these effects here, otherwise we'll get nothing.
I mean, he could clearly just pop it with, Fire Lake, so.
Cast Shrapnel down.
Wing Blast. Let's see.
Oh, I guess his face down was Chaos Shrapnel, which he never even got a chance to use. After having 2 chances to use the Chaos Shrapnel, it's sad. Alright, so, I mean, everything's gonna trigger on his side of the field. I don't understand, with Chaos Shrapnel, that is the second time he's kinda had that card and gotten nothing out of it. Alright, so, looks like he'll summon, the Uno out of his hand with, with Vega's effect. He'll trigger it. Looks like both players don't have any resources now. I mean, if he could get the Trevor, he'd be okay, because he could just put the Oasis back in his hand and he'd be fine, but no Trevor. Now you have to, I think you have to go Castel and just get rid of the Graph. You cannot let him get the Dante. If he gets the Dante, he's going to win. So I think that Castel is probably the best play here. If you go for Digusto Emerald, it doesn't do anything because you'd have to draw you'd have to draw Dimensional Prison as your only out, or Soul Charge or something like that. So I would go for Castel. I think that's the best choice. Or you have to make something that's bigger than Dante, and I wouldn't even feel good about that. I would definitely go for, no, it looks like he's gonna go for Abyss Dweller. Okay. They're letting him put his Abyss Dweller potentially back in his deck because he couldn't summon it during that other turn. I don't understand this play at all. Mainly because, yeah, I don't really, hold on, I gotta listen to the audio.
Yeah, Abyss Dweller in this life, much as it was in the last, is negated by Breakthrough Skill.
Okay, so not only did he have a Breakthrough Skill to simply negate the Abyss Dweller, but you knew that Abyss Dweller wasn't gonna live anyway, so, I really just didn't understand that play. If you would have went for Castel, at least you would have gotten rid of the Graph. Your opponent would have had a Skarm, but even if they wanted to resolve the Skarm, they would have had to ram the Skarm into Castel, which means they would have took battle damage, and there could have been a chance that they would have drawn a spell or trap. It appears that he drew an MST or something. So there's a very good chance that he wouldn't have even got another BA. I mean, he could have gotten the Tour Guide, but by then you could have had maybe you draw a Maxi, or you draw a Breakthrough Skill or a Solemn Warning or something. There's the MST for Book of Moon. So yeah, he ended up drawing an MST, and now it's look what you allowed to happen because you didn't end up killing. Oh man, too good. But it's like you didn't end up killing the, you didn't stop the Dante when you had the chance, and now look what happens. All you end up doing was kind of playing defensively with your Abyss Dweller. I'll never understand that. With Satellarknights, if you're playing against Burning Abyss, like letting your opponent make Dante that's never a win. That's basically playing to lose. Now I feel like he can't win unless his next card is Soul Charge. Actually, I don't think Soul Charge matters because, he could do, 23, 25. I don't think he can win the game this turn, but I was thinking if he went in the Acid Golem, how much damage he could do. I think he could do 55. Yeah, I think he could do 5,500. So Soul Charge doesn't even really work here because he'll be able to do so much damage, so much battle damage this turn. So I think that Tyler Morris has kind of outplayed Michael Watson. And I think Michael Watson has had the tools to play better, or to get the job done. I mean, when you have Chaos Trap Hole twice against Burning Abyss and you don't use it either game, whose fault is that? That's not the deck's fault. That's your fault. When he normal summoned the Graph, I probably would have just Chaos Trap Hole that. That mean, at least if nothing else, you would have got him to burn his normal, and then he would have had to keep special summoning. So, let's see what happens. Alright, looks like he's gonna hit him with Dante. He's gonna hit him with Down a Magician. Down a Magician is gonna detach. He's gonna detach the Dante to get himself of Sir. If he actually had a Sir on, yeah, if he had like a Dante in the graveyard and a Sir in the a Sir as a material, he actually could have won. Goes into a second Down a Magician, just wanting to put more protection on his guys. I think he has Veiler and Sir in his hand, so yeah, I don't see any way of him coming back, short of like BLS or something like that. And he's at 5,000 life points, so you're not even at the point where you can sack your opponent. I mean, if you had like the old Ring of Destruction, maybe that there was some way of potentially like super luck sacking him. It's gonna flip over Call to Haunted. That's met with MST, and we get a handshake out of that. But even still, he had Effect Veiler, so I'm really not sure what you could really do about that. Like, even if you would have gotten Altier and Deneb, whatever you summoned, probably would have been met with Effect Veiler anyway. So, he would have had so many resources at that point. Even if you would have cleared his field, all his Dantes and stuff were going to, like, they were going to trigger. So, I feel like, Satellarknights got massively outplayed in that game.